A few years ago, I had a discussion with people defending the power-up of Master Roshi. I'm used to see people getting upset, calling all kinds of insults, and on DeviantArt, especially going as far as blocking you right after replying. These things I noticed not only happen to myself, but many people commenting who want to have an actual conversation. This is why I share my thoughts so we can have a discussion. But returning to the discussion I had, the person I talked to thought I was a Master Roshi hater because I considered Roshi's feats in the Tournament of Power illogical and being done for sheer fan service. I think it's about time that we talk about the horrible treatment this character had in Super itself. Roshi is one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball. He's a pervert and gets punished for doing inappropriate things. That's why the pervert jokes worked, especially at its time. If Roshi were to use his natural feats to push himself on women like you would expect, those things won't work. But behind that facade is a man full of wisdom. Roshi didn't teach Goku and Krillin a single martial arts technique, nor the Kamehameha. He lets them train their bodies with heavy turtle shells, deliver milk, work with tools on a construction site, taught them math, and most importantly, the importance of resting your body. Roshi's training showed the importance of what we consider mundane things and made them important to one's growth as a martial artist. Roshi cares about the direction his students develop to the point he went as far as taking part in the tournament himself. He wanted to show them that there will always be someone stronger than them, and they should never let their guards down. Roshi retired from martial arts after Tien showed his massive potential, and upon finding out Goku defeated King Piccolo and was about to get trained by Kami himself, basically God. This is when Roshi decided that the new generation can handle their problems themselves. Another thing is that Roshi cares about the new generation. Tien's shift in character and Goku's growth showed that he needs to protect them during the King Piccolo saga, which is why he dragged or pepper sprayed Tien and gave his own life away just to seal King Piccolo and age King Piccolo. Since the Piccolo Jr. saga, Roshi took a back seat and took the role of giving moral support and as an advisor to the Sea Warriors. After characters like Raditz were introduced, it was more efficient to train someone with no battle experience like Gohan than take Roshi to Namek. The gap between Roshi and his students grew far too large that he can't even imagine it. But Dragon Ball Super says, cool story bro, but we don't give a shit about that, and completely ignores all that for fan service. In a realistic scene, or in a realistic sense, Roshi should be unable to reach the levels of the likes of Raditz. To get there, he needs to be trained by Mr. Popo, King Kai, Goku, go into the gravity chamber, etc. And even then, he would not be able to reach Tien level, who trains every day and is a prodigy. I think you are getting where this is going. But before I want to address that revival of F, both movies and the anime, Master Roshi managed to keep up with multiple Freezer soldiers that should be around the level of Raditz. At most, Roshi should be able to take on one of them. There's no way Roshi can beat 10 or more with a Kamehameha. Roshi gets brainwashed by a girl named Yurin, which let him fight to his full potential. Somehow Roshi beats Tien, a guy who surpassed him decades ago, with just 2 attacks. No matter how you slice it, that's bad writing. Whenever Roshi trained off-screen to get this strong, despite OG Dragon Ball telling us that he retired, and every time we see him on screen, he watches aerobics, or getting a power-up by some girl, giving him a larger boost than Guru gave to Gohan, a Saiyan prodigy. It is just absurd and rather disgraceful to his character development he went through. In fact, Roshi was strong enough to exchange blows with base form Goku, who stated that Roshi must have done some secret training. It makes no sense that Roshi can keep up with Goku, who is covered in aura, which means he's put in actual effort against Master Roshi. Goku even went as far as using the Kamehameha. Yes, Goku held back, but considering he's supposed to be stronger than Super Saiyan God from the Battle of God saga, as fanboys claim, it shows how significant the boost is. That's not all. Once the Tournament of Power starts, Roshi spams the Mafuba with outrying ones. Despite being tired, he was able to catch Final Form Frost, a Frieza clone, off guard and pushed him to the defense. This should be impossible, and people defend this because Roshi didn't beat Frost. Roshi shouldn't even be Reddit's level, but in Dragon Ball Super, he got an off-screen power-up that made him look like he's above Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Why is he stronger than Gotenks? Because of the Purple Come Vegeta arc, not Baby Vegeta, in base form didn't flinch to Gotenks' attacks and defeated him with one kick. Meanwhile, Goku in base, who is far stronger than Purple Come Vegeta, was able to exchange blows with Roshi. And we know that because Vegeta was on the same level in power, since both Super Saiyan Blue forms were evenly matched at the time, and Goku trained since, so he should be stronger. The people complain about Master Roshi in the manga, which I might do a separate video, but defending this is just hilarious. Roshi should not be able in the Tournament of Power, and the fake emotional moments that try to make us cry, as well as builds respecting Roshi, made me completely cringe when he defeated that guy that turned into a chicken. As a manga, Roshi was able to fight Jiren. Jiren even blocked his attacks and I think he even had to dodge. Meanwhile, Roshi was able to match his attacks and even evade Jiren's attack, compared to Super Saiyan Blue Goku, whose attacks didn't even make Jiren flinch, and he had to put some Kaioken type of power up to even deal some damage to Jiren, which failed. Also, Roshi used a replica of Ultra Instinct, which was completely stupid. Roshi and Kami were unable to follow the fight between Goku and Piccolo in OG Dragon Ball, but you are telling me that Roshi can dodge blows from Jiren? That's impossible. That's just horrible writing. Also remember the gag scenes where Roshi gets punished for peeping on girls? Super broke that rule by letting Roshi overwhelm a woman he has a heart on, to the point he made his training session just to train himself not getting horny. Poor himself became a sacrifice for Roshi to overcome his rapier nature. Dragon Ball Super ignores Roshi's limit. They ignored the comic relief rules. They disrespected his retirement, and Roshi turned into a rapist because funny. I won't forgive Super for winning this great character. And this is at the cost for having Roshi is relevant now. Because Roshi wasn't irrelevant. He was just retired as a fighter. There was no reason for him to take part in the Tournament of Powers, where the universe supposed to be at stake. Goku searched for him, ignoring all these characters that are far stronger than him, or should be far stronger than him. Let me mention a few. Chaozu, Yajirobe, any Namekian warrior, Yamcha, laugh all you want, but he trained under King Kai. Even if he hadn't trained for years, he should be in a better shape than Master Roshi. Majin Buu, but he fell asleep because who cares? Broly, but we can't say that because Toriyama didn't come up with him yet. Paragus, see Broly above. Goten, Trunks, there are probably even more. You can bring up tactics and battle experience, but these are insignificant at the power jump of Dragon Ball. You want to have these gaps closed as much as possible. Even if Gotenks were in the tournament and lost before eliminating anyone, it would be more reasonable to have him in the tournament because statistically he should perform much better and defeat far more people. Dragon Ball Super was basically written in a way that Roshi was able to fight and eliminate these specific characters. In fact, I would argue Mr. Satan or Mr. Satan would be a much better choice since he is actually brilliant at fooling people around, or that Piss Girl who brainwashed anyone could have been also a better choice. So pretty much, Dragon Ball Super turned Roshi into a rapist and made him super strong because we want him being relevant. What a way to ruin a great character.